What is going on? Welcome back to Jets Media. This is Richie, and we got some more Jets rumors to talk about. This one's from Albert Breer. Shout out to U Stadium for giving us this news, courtesy of Albert Breer. If you want to check out his article, I'll link it down below in the description. He's linking the New York Jets to David Bakhtiari if he's cut. Not really breaking news there. We all knew the Jets were linked to him. But the interesting one here is Tyler Boyd, also a potential veteran running back in free agency. So let's break it all down. Which running back is even available for the New York Jets to target in free agency? Is Tyler Boyd a good option for the New York Jets? And is David Bakhtiari a good option for the New York Jets? I'll break it all down in this video, but I also would love to hear from Jets fans in the comments section. How do you feel about these rumors? Would you be open to the idea of landing Boyd in free agency, a veteran running back, and David Bakhtiari? Let me know in the comments section. Also, do not forget to hit the like button if you enjoyed the video and subscribe to Jets Media if you're new. Also, got to give a huge shout out to the proud sponsor of this video and Jets Media as a whole, BetUS Sportsbook. If you want to receive a 125% sign-up bonus on your first 3 deposits up to $2,500, click the link in the description, folks. If you have not already, definitely do it because it's NFL draft season. It's free agency season. They have a lot of awesome prop bets on their website you guys should take advantage of right now by using the link in the description of this video to sign up, getting 125% sign-up bonus on your first 3 deposits. Let's hear a quick word from the proud sponsor, BetUS.
BetUS, America's favorite sportsbook and casino. Live betting and racebook. We're celebrating 30 years with a historic offer. A 125% sign-up bonus on your first 3 deposits. Plus 10% gambler's insurance. Get started today. BetUS, where the game begins.
Where the game begins. Shout out to BetUS as always. Now, let's start off with Tyler Boyd. I feel like this is a very interesting player to talk about because, listen, man, we are in a offseason for these New York Jets, and it feels like every single, wide receiver is being linked to the Jets. This morning, I made a video on Courtland Sutton. There's obviously a lot of other free agents that the Jets are interested in at the wide receiver spot. There's no secret that the Jets want to pair Garrett Wilson with the brand new wide receiver. And Tyler Boyd, honestly, I like the idea of it, but my thing is there's better options out there, right? I feel like Courtland Sutton is a better player that I'd prefer, but you'd have to give up some assets to bring in Courtland Sutton. Calvin Ridley's probably going to cost a little bit more on the open market than a Tyler Boyd. Now, the one thing I do like about Boyd is that you know what you're getting with him. He's pretty established as a wide receiver, and he's very comfortable with being the number 2 or 3 guy on a team, right? He had Jamar Chase and T. Higgins next to him pretty much his entire career. He's been with the Bengals for a long, long time. And last year, even when Joe Burrow went down, he put up 67 catches, 667 yards, and 2 touchdowns. The year prior, 58 catches, 762 yards, and 5 touchdowns. Those are solid numbers for a wide receiver to pair up with Garrett Wilson. Now, the only way you can convince me of me being on board with this is if they go after a receiver high in the draft or they, pair up Tyler Boyd with another player in free agency, because I want this wide receiver room to be stacked, and we have to realize we have our number 1 receiver in Garrett Wilson. We can't expect him to get another number 1, even though it would be nice. We were going after Mike Evans as a fan base. We want Devontae Adams. We want T. Higgins. But Tyler Boyd, he's not the flashiest name on the market, but it's definitely an option that I feel like would fit the Jets' budget, which is important. The Jets have a budget. They can't spend, everything on our wide receiver. They got to spread the wealth around. So I'm kind of open to the idea with Tyler Boyd, even though there are some other options I would prefer. Now, getting into David Bakhtiari, now, if he's cut, it just feels inevitable. I mean, every single story Aaron Rodgers puts on Instagram, he tags David Bakhtiari. We all know that Rodgers and him have a relationship that goes past football. They're just brothers off the field. And we know that Aaron Rodgers brought in all of his boys last year, Randall Cobb, Alan Lazard, Billy Turner, you name it. And yeah, it blew up in our face because Rodgers was not with them. But David Bakhtiari, if he does get released, I feel like I would prefer him as a backup. I don't know if that's even possible, but this is a guy who is very injury prone, which scares me about David Bakhtiari. But then you look at the Jets' offensive line. How can we say no to anybody? We don't even have a starting offensive tackle. Yeah, I like Carter Warren. I like his upside. I know AVT can play tackle, but as of right now, we don't have two starters at left tackle and right tackle. So it would be a little wrong for me to say no to a guy like David Bakhtiari as a potential option for the Jets to pursue because they need help at the offensive line. And if Bakhtiari is a guy that can come on and be the starter at left tackle and stay healthy, the only way you can convince me about the Jets doing that is if they add more talent around him and be prepared for an injury. Because I cannot look at David Bakhtiari with a straight face and say, yeah, he's going to play the entire season and lock down the left side and, protect Aaron Rodgers' blind side. I can't believe that because of the injuries that he suffered. And look at the offensive line for the Jets these last few years. We can't stay healthy. I feel like the biggest thing about the Jets' offensive line last year that people forget is, why was it so bad? A big reason was because we were not healthy. If AVT was healthy all year and we did not suffer the injuries, we did not have 13 or 14 different starting five offensive linemen, I don't think it would have been that much of a disastrous season from the offensive line perspective. The injuries was a big reason for it. So I don't know if I want to get another injury-prone player, but we shall see. Now, getting into the final part of this rumor is a veteran running back. Now, I find that interesting because, let's be honest with ourselves, we don't really have a running back two on the roster. I like Izzy Bonaconda. I do. I'm nothing against Izzy, but I don't know if I'm ready to let him be the primary guy next to Breece Hall. I think I like Izzy more as a running back three, personally. Now, you look at the open market. Now, another thing about this is the Jets can easily go in the draft to get a running back, but there are some interesting names I want to bring up to bring in free agency as a veteran. A.J. Dillon from the Packers, another guy that, of course, would fit in with the system, knows Aaron Rodgers. We're turning into the Green Bay Jets. I get it. Zach Moss is a guy that I'd actually be open to. He had a really good season with the Colts last year when Jonathan Taylor was suspended. He had a phenomenal year. I would like him as a potential guy for the Jets to bring in. Devin Singletary, interesting candidate as well. J.K. Dobbins, very injury prone, but he's a very good player. And then you're getting into the upper echelon. I don't expect them to go after DeAndre Swift or an Eckler or a Pollard or a Henry or a Josh Jacobs or a Saquon Barkley. I don't really see the Jets going for the upper guys in the veteran running back class. I think they're going to look for a guy like an A.J. Dillon, who has proven to be a really good running back too behind Aaron Jones in his tenure with Green Bay. I feel like that would work with the system that the Jets are running here, as well as Zach Moss. I don't know the type of market that they're looking for. I don't know if the Jets can afford them, but those are the veteran running backs that I feel like if the Jets are going to be aggressive for one, Jets fans got to get familiar with them as a potential candidate to join the New York Jets. So that's my thoughts of this rumor and this report by Albert Breer. I'll let you guys know in the description of the article if you want to check it out for yourself. Also, big shout out to BetUS for sponsoring today's video. Thank you all so much. Don't forget to comment down below your thoughts of the rumors and if you're open or closed to these potential ideas. Love you guys. Don't forget to hit the like button. Sound off in the comment section, and I'll catch you in the next video. Let's go, Jets. Peace out.